guys, it's Abby, and in today's video I am going to be doing my makeup using only my sister's makeup video. That's a really long title. I'm gonna have to cut that down. But recently there's been a trend going on YouTube where people are doing their makeup with their mom's or their sister's makeup. I thought this was a really cool idea, and it just so happened that my sister has left her makeup bag at my apartment for over a month now. It's been sitting here, so I thought it was a really good opportunity to shoot this video. It would definitely be interesting if I used my mom's, because my mom doesn't really use makeup, but you know, we got the sisters. So this is her bag, and honestly, I don't even think I can fit, there's a piece of hair in my mouth. I don't even think I could fit what I travel with in this bag, which is sad. So we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to, one product I'm going to be using that is my own is mascara. I don't want to get an eye infection or anything like that, so boom, you shouldn't share mascara even if it's with your sister. So yeah, mascara. Alright, but everything else I'm going to be using only hers. So let's dump it all out and see what she's got. Okay, she has stuff in here that isn't makeup, like hair ties and stuff. So I'm just going to throw that back into the bag. Just throwing all that stuff back into the bag. And I just realized I cleaned my sheets and I just dumped a whole bunch of like dirty makeup onto my bed. That is actually disgusting. Ugh, whatever. My life. Okay. Alright, so first things first is she doesn't own a primer, so I'm going to be jumping in right with foundation, and the one that she has is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Makeup Titanium Dioxide Sunscreen SPF 17 in the shade neutral in the shade Classic Ivory N2. This seems like it's going to match my skin tone pretty well. It may be a little bit dark, but we'll make it work. I'm going to use this Lorac palette as my mirror. And I'm going to put the foundation on this little tray thing here. So, okay. And I almost licked my finger. I got foundation on, I almost licked it. That would have been weird. Okay. She uses a beauty blender, so I'm going to use a beauty blender, or this is the one from, what's it called? Real Techniques, that really needs to get cleaned because there's like something brown on it. That's gross. So I'm going to use this. I have used this foundation one other time before, I think. So if I remember properly, it doesn't offer a ton of coverage, but yeah. Okay. So I just applied the foundation. Actually, it looks really good. I would say it's like light to medium coverage. It's buildable. I built it up a little bit around my nose area because I get really red around this area here, but I actually think it looks pretty good. So next we're going to do concealer, and the concealers that she has are both ones that are both concealers that I use. The first one is the Benefit Erase Paste in number 1. So I'm going to start with that and apply this in my under eyes. It doesn't look like she really uses this though because it's totally full. So that's okay. It's in the bag, so I'm going to use it even though it doesn't look like she uses it. Okay. And then the next concealer she has is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I'm going to put this on my... I just flung it. I'm going to put this on my little thing here. Okay, I don't know how she normally does this, but she isn't here, so I'm just going to go for it. And she has, the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade called Porcelain, which I think is also the concealer that I use personally. So we're going to just, or it's the concealer, I think it's the shade that I personally use. So I'm going to blend this in my under eye first. I'm going to put that there. I'm also going to add a little bit to my chin. I have to brighten, and also my chin has a little zit on it. Life, what can I say? Put some by my Cupid's bow, down my nose, and I'll put a little bit on my forehead as well. Now, normally at this stage, I would set with a, what's it called? With a loose powder, but she doesn't have one, so she has this Sephora powder, which is what I'm going to use, and she has this really, oh, I'm not going to use that. Let's see, trying to see about a brush to, okay, this looks like it's her bronzer brush, but I'm just going to go for it. My under eye is going to be very dark, and this powder looks slightly orange, so a little nervous about that. Yep, definitely made my under eyes look slightly orange, but okay, I can't tell if it's, I tried to wipe off the brush a little bit before I used it for my setting my under eyes, but I can't tell if it made me look a little orange because of the bronzer that's on the brush or because the powder is a little orange. It definitely looks a little orange in the pan, but I don't know. Moving onwards, my under eyes is definitely going to have like craters underneath it, but it's whatever. I'm going to now use this Maybelline Fit Me powder as my bronzer. I know that she does this. Yeah, this is in creamy beige. This is something a tip I had actually given her is if you can't find a bronzer, a matte bronzer at the drugstore, then you can go with a darker shade of a powder. Also, it gives a more natural finish to the skin. So, and I think she just uses this brush because she only has 2 face brushes and the other one is shedding horribly and it's disgusting, so I'm not putting that on my face. Sorry, air, but it's not happening. I actually like this. I think this looks really good. I think it warmed up my skin really nicely. This is something I used to do in high school when I first started bronzing my skin. I feel like everyone's going to be like, when I was in high school, people are going to think that I'm still in high school. That's okay. Okay, I actually think that did a pretty good job of warming up my skin. I like this stuff. Definitely would recommend that. At least that technique of using a darker powder as a bronzer. Okay, I'm just wiping off the brush a little bit on the back of my arm to get some of that powder off so I can use it for my blush. Oh, the brush I'm using is the Real Techniques blush brush. And she has a Tarte blush in the shade Ecstatic, so this is what I'm going to use as my blush. It's a little bit more orange than I would use, but I do really like these Tarte blushes. I feel like my skin's gonna look really orange though. I feel like my skin looks really orange. I don't know if it's picking up on camera. It probably isn't. It's probably mostly in my head, but the blush was really pigmented. So yeah, blush was good. Like the blush. I'm gonna highlight now too while I'm sitting here and doing my face makeup. I don't see any highlighter. Well, no, I see a highlighter. I don't see a brush that I would use to highlight. So I think I'm gonna, maybe I'll use this. I'm gonna use this eyeshadow brush as my highlighter, as my highlighting brush. It's this Lancome one. It's shedding really bad, but the shape of it should work pretty well for a highlighting brush. Oh, and the highlighter that she has is this Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter Powder in Golden Lights. I've never used this product, so. I do like this highlighter though, it's pretty. The brush is making it a little bit of a challenge, but oh wow, that is pretty. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, but it's pretty. The shade isn't too bad for my skin either. Maybe like a little bit dark for me, but not bad, not bad. So, I mean, the actual highlighter though is blinding. It's beautiful. I want to buy myself one of these now. And I think Revolution's pretty inexpensive. So, yay, definitely thank you for that because that's awesome. All right, now for my eyes, she has this primer. This is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I've used this years ago on my eyes. I am a die-hard Painterly paint pot gal, but, well, using this today. Okay, I'm going to set everything. I'm just going to use my fingers as much as possible because she only has, actually I'll use this brush. She doesn't have many brushes. She has the Lancome brush that I was using, this Urban Decay Naked 2 brush, and then this eye contour brush. This eye contour brush I'm going to use to set everything on my eye. I'm going to use the Lorac Unzipped palette. I'm using the shade Undercover to set everything, which is actually a really pigmented matte, like nude shade, matte light pink color. Alright, now for my crease, I'm going to use that brush that I used to highlight with. I'm just wiping it off before I go into it, so hopefully doesn't have a ton of highlighter on it. Okay, I'm going to go with the shade called Unconditional and use that to blend in my eye. This brush is so flimsy. I definitely normally use a denser crease brush, so this isn't going to give me the same look I normally go for, but that is okay. Okay, I'm going to go in with something dark now because this brush is really blowing out the shades. It's not making it, since it's not very dense, it's very finely packed and it's shedding everywhere. It's not packing on the color like I would want, so I'm just going to go in with a darker shade. I'm going to go in with Unbridled. Okay, so I fast forwarded through this part, so you're not going to be able to tell, but it took me quite a bit to get the eyeshadow at this point. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. It's just not quite what I would have wanted. I don't think with this brush you don't get a lot of control, so my eyeshadow's shapes are different on both eyes. We're going with it. Alright, for the lid, I'm going to use my fingers and I'm going to use Unattainable, which looks like the color she uses the most too, so. Alright. Oh, my sheet, my brand new, well, not brand new, I just washed this and I got gross makeup on it. Okay, so now I'm going to take, this looks like she uses it to blend out kind of like eyeliner underneath. Oh gosh, this isn't gonna work. What if it's really dirty? Okay, I'm gonna just use it. This is an eyeshadow blender brush. It definitely, she's used it to blend out liner and stuff, so I'm gonna go in with the shade Unreal, maybe actually Undiscovered. I'll try that. Put it on the inner corner of my eye. I think it's really pretty. I had a little bit of fallout underneath my eyes, which isn't that big of a deal. Definitely, I think if I was using my own brushes, I would get out in a look that I really, really like, but the tone of the palette I enjoy. So, palette, pretty good. Alright, next is, I'm going to use this eyeliner. This is the only one I see. It's this Be a Bombshell eyeliner. I think this is something that, like, she might have got, I don't know. Looks like something you'd get from, like, an Ipsy bag or something, so that is what I'm going to do. I never use eyeliner underneath, but she uses liner underneath, so not bad. The pencil's pretty soft, not super black, but not horrible. Not the greatest liner ever, but certainly not the worst. Okay, it doesn't look like she has an eyeliner, like a liquid liner or anything for the top, so I'm going to leave that as is. Also, she doesn't use anything for her, she doesn't fill in her eyebrows. She has awesome eyebrows, so she doesn't fill in her brows. I'm going to do my mascara. I'm going to use, this is my own mascara. This is the Essence Plump No Clump Deep Black Volume Mascara. I've used this once, I think. I think it was okay, not the best, but the Essence one in the pink tube is better, but I don't like having a million mascaras open at the same time. Finally is lips, and then we're going to do a recap. Oh, the mascara she had was the Clump Crusher one from CoverGirl. For lips, it looks like I have 3 different options. I have this Estee Lauder Candy Shimmer lipstick in this pink color, or I have a Victoria's Secret lipstick in the shade Tease, or this soft matte metallic lipstick from NYX, which I think this is the one she uses the most, so this is the one I'm going to use, and hers is in this shade Milan. Pretty color. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of metallic lipsticks, but this isn't a bad one. I do like the regular soft matte lip cream, so lipstick's okay. It's just not a color that I would love. I'm just gonna run through the products real quick. So the lipstick is a color I wouldn't use, but it looks pretty good on the lips. Eyeshadow palette, I liked this. This was pretty good. Then I had the concealers. As I said, these are concealers that I personally have used in the past. The face powder that she has, this one is a no for me. It made like craters under, I don't mean to be using my middle finger. It made like little craters under my eyes. It just didn't set my concealer the way that I want a powder to. Foundation, I feel like it originally looked like a good match for my skin, but now it seems a little dark, so I would probably have to get a shade lighter. It does say it's titanium dioxide sunscreen foundation, so it oxidized on me. You may not be able to see it, but you can see I can see in person a line between this color and like my actual skin color. Blush was good. Again, not exactly a color I would reach for, but I mean, their Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes are awesome. So this Vivid Baked Highlighter I think is really pretty. The Maybelline Fit Me bronzer powder as a bronzer, I really like this as well. That was great. Primer, eye primer, can't really tell. I just did my makeup, so it's hard to tell, but it's probably a good one. The eyeliner is a eh for me. It's not great, not horrible. It's just kind of like a basic eyeliner. And the brushes is definitely what I struggled with probably the most, other than the color of this foundation. The brushes are just not what I'm used to. I have quite a decent selection of brushes and stuff, so girl, you need to get yourself some good brushes. But yeah, that is it. This is the look that I created using all of the makeup, well, not all of, but using only makeup from my sister's makeup collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!